Okay, I'm sorry.
And you say I'm the character.
I'm done. I actually
You're not
am
done. You're just getting started.
No. Okay, I think this is good. And you can see my face.
I hope so.
What if I just go like this so that the stick is lower?
Sure, you can do it like that. I just can see you talking like this. So I'm like...
Ready?
Sweetheart,
Hey.
you want to start off?
No. It's because the last time you said, hey, babe, go ahead and do the intro. You didn't give me any setup, which I called out. You said, what can I do right now to make you feel set up? It was too late because I already felt on the spot. So then I do what I think is a setup, and then come to find out, I did it all wrong.
You didn't do it all wrong.
I did.
Okay, well, now that you saw that what I did and what I had more of an insight in as far as our intro, would you like to give it a try?
No.
But you've seen it.
No.
And that's how we learn about marriage, everyone. We do not force our partners to do anything that they don't want to do. So with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the Open Marriage Podcast. I am your host, Blair Edwards, and this is the beautiful... Oh, sorry.
I thought you were going to say my beautiful wife, Kalia Edwards. I thought you were going to speak for me. This is a marriage. You speak for me.
So now you've become trad all of a sudden? Yeah, let's start switching
They
it up.
do say that I gave off Nara Smith vibes, so maybe.
But we are not Republican, nor conservative. Maybe a little bit in the streets, but we liberal in the streets. You know what I'm talking about?
Babe, that's crazy work. You're
That's
funny.
Good. That's good.
And
That's
I can,
good.
you know, when you laugh and I can see up the top of your gums,
Huh?
like up here.
Oh, Men
What
in
is
Black.
that?
Men in Black. No,
I hate that movie, dude.
I should have went as that guy for
You
Halloween.
didn't even dress up for Halloween.
That's my car.
The guy who eats sugar?
Yeah, give me sugar.
See, that's the only thing I really.
It won't.
How do
More.
you know so much?
More.
Okay.
I'm done. I promise.
Okay, back to the intro. Start over and then introduce me because I don't want to talk.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Open Marriage Podcast. I am your host, Blair Edwards, and I am with the beautiful Kalia Edwards, and we talk all things marriage, trending topics, relationships, social media, the works. Okay, law, ground rules, if you will. Disclaimer, we are not in an open marriage. The DMs are closed. These legs is closed. But we are open to any comments, questions that you want us to address in the next episode. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell notification.
And tell your friends to listen and watch the podcast because we like more friends.
Exactly. We are not, no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no. Stay down with my day one. Stay when you're in the club screaming.
Did you have some sort of gummy that had caffeine or something in it? What is happening?
I'm high on life. I'm high on this
I know.
relationship.
I see your toe moving around like it's thumper.
I might actually, I wonder if that camera can pick it in.
If it can zoom in on your feet because it's crazy work.
Anywho. Baby, we're back.
We're back.
Let's do this.
Okay, cool. What's up?
You know what I mean? We just had Halloween.
Yeah. How do you feel? This is the first Halloween that we didn't go out. You or me.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to admit something on this podcast.
Okay.
And maybe other couples can attest to this, but let's see if they actually do agree. When you find a partnership, sometimes people want to get someone that's more like them or someone that's relatively different, and then you have that whole "you complete me" feeling.
Yeah, well, we don't believe that because we entered this relationship at 100 and 100.
Yes. But I will say you do round up my experience very in a well-rounded way.
Really? Because I feel like I dampen your going out experiences quite frequently.
100%. That's what I'm saying. It's a more well-rounded experience. You don't like to be outside. This is the first Halloween that I felt the feeling of my wife saying, I'll go out with you, but you know she don't want to be outside.
Okay, well, here's the other thing, right? We've gone to a couple of different outings since being in Vegas for a number of holidays, including Halloween and New Year's. All of them have been bad. Every last one of them. The only good part is that we're together, but every other aspect of them has been trash.
So it's like, what's the point of going outside if you're just going to enjoy our experience being inside?
Well, what's the point of going outside if the best part is you? I can experience you in my house.
And I appreciate that. I love you too, and I love being around you 24/7. But sometimes I want to get outside.
Yeah.
You got me.
No. No, and I thought that you were going to go outside, and then you just didn't go outside. You came back home, and I was startled.
Yeah, it's. I think this might be a cop out, but sometimes when you enter in a partnership, there's a lot of things that change. This would be a very different experience if I was single.
What would you be doing? Well, we know you'd be in the streets.
Live on Sunday, King of Diamonds Monday.
I don't know what that is.
I know, but you know who it is. Shout out to you. That song was popping.
Who is it?
Look, anyway, what I would be doing is Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. We would have been at Larry Flynn. We would have been at Spearmint. We would have been at Sapphire.
On Halloween?
Hell yeah.
No, you wouldn't have.
I'm treating these tricks.
When's the last time you went to the strip club? What year was it?
The year was 2000 and maybe like 15 or 16.
So it's been a long time.
Shouldn't have left you.
Right. I'm not going to finish it. Do you want to go to the strip club?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
I've never been to one, so I'm open to going. Never been to a strip club. Remember, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm an angel girl.
You're a nutty gal.
No. This face and this cardigan? No.
Look, either way, I just think that as a single person, there's a lot more liberties that you can take. But when you're in a partnership, you just have to tweak how you go about doing certain things. That doesn't mean I can't go outside. That doesn't mean we can't go to the strip club and so on and so forth. But there's just a different vibe to doing all of that. So that's why I say we can go to the strip club. Trust me, I would love to throw ones with you. That would be twos. But what I'm saying though is just as a I thought you were gonna go bullshit.
I'm not that crazy.
Look, either way, this time for Halloween, I'm just like I can't imagine having fun while knowing that you're not having fun and dragging you outside.
Oh, babe, I always have fun. Because if I'm outside and it's whack, which it is, we live in Vegas, sorry, but most social events here are a little whack when it comes to going out. And I think you asked me the question of like, what would it have to be like in order for it to be a good time? I don't think that Vegas can provide to me a good time, if I'm being honest. Because it exists. It's drugs, it's alcohol, it's fake body parts, it's a lot of makeup, it's a lot of status, it's a lot of that. And that's probably most big cities. But that's not my vibe. So it's hard for me to assimilate myself in those types of scenarios and try to enjoy myself when I don't drink and I don't do drugs. And my friends aren't here. Your friends are. So if we go hang out with your friends, yeah, I know them, but it's not like I'm hanging with the bros, you know? It's just a different experience for me. So I'm always going to have a good time, and I'm always going to have a good time at home. So if ever you want to go out, you know this. I might give you a hard time, like, you're not going to cuddle me on the couch? But realistically,
all the time.
You could cuddle, really?
Are you really going to leave me?
Well, because sometimes you pretend a lot, and I'm not sure if you're actually going to leave or not. But truth be told, if you were to leave me and I was at home, I would have a great time. I've got books. I've got plants. I've got downstairs. And I've got a TV. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's the only child shit.
Yeah, and I love it.
I'm happy for you. I love that too. But like I was saying, sometimes I like balance.
Yeah, and I want you to experience that without me. So anyway, we didn't go out for Halloween, and I'm actually not mad about it. Although you did buy me a costume. Can we return it?
Technically, we can return it.
Great.
But you can never... I mean, we always can keep that one in the tuck.
Return. So, Halloween. Anything else happened this week? Actually, Wednesday evening, we got some exciting news.
Oh, yeah. I got my green card.
Woo!
Thank you. Give me the green card.
You hate John Legend.
I don't hate him.
Do you
I
know
don't
what?
hate John Legend.
Do you know what?
What?
My mom and I really enjoyed John Legend's "Get Lifted" album. I know every word to every song on that album. It's his most incredible album.
What's the standout track for that one?
Ordinary People.
Okay.
But what I
girl,
realized,
I'm in love with you.
yes, but
This ain't a honeymoon. That's the infatuation.
excuse me, can I speak?
Yeah.
What I've realized is, despite my parents experiencing your what's it called when you
Impersonate
yes,
people?
your impersonation of Common is really good. Do not do it. But they haven't heard you do an impersonation of John Legend.
Well, now they hear it now. They listen to this podcast. I know I made mistakes. You made your mistakes. And we both still got room left to grow. In those times I hurt.
Okay, wrong lyrics. Wrong.
But I think we should take it slow. We're just ordinary people.
Okay.
You
Why
like
do you
that?
hate that song so much again?
I don't hate that song.
I think you do.
I don't hate that song.
I think you told me one time that you don't really like it.
I think it's first of all, shout out John Legend. Don't be trying to say that I hate you. I don't hate you at all. Actually, you did One Night for One Drop. I did the One Night for One Drop also. We did that together. It's that one song, best you've ever had. I don't want to brag.
That's the worst song.
Thank you.
But that's what I'm saying. His Get Lifted album is one of the most goated albums. Have you ever listened to it before?
I don't think so. And I don't.
You don't intend to listen to it?
We can play it after this. Can have it playing in the background. You want to put it on? I can put it on.
No, because now you're just like being disrespectful to the album. Anywho.
Give me the green card.
Yeah, so the green card's in production. We are so excited.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I tried to get excited for you on Wednesday evening. You tried to act like you weren't that excited. How are you feeling today?
Like all things in life, I feel a bit dissociated because enough trauma that I've experienced, I don't want the rug pulled out from underneath me. However, I will celebrate the wins as they come, but within reason. It's always interesting talking about immigration things because I know currently in this political climate, you have to be very intentional with the things that you say about immigration. So I'm just saying right now, I'm happy to have my green card.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I am really excited though, and I'm excited that we get to go to England soon and that I get to meet your parents in person because I don't think a lot of people realize I've never met your parents in person. We've been together we've been married almost, it's going to be 2 years and a month.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, wait, what is today, the 2nd? Tuesday, we've been married for a year and 11 months.
Imagine
on
that.
Tuesday. Yeah, so we've been married for almost 2. We've been together for 4.5, almost 5. And I've never met your parents in person.
Isn't that kind of wild?
It's weird. But if you think about how long it's been since you've actually seen your parents in person, that makes sense.
Do you know I wonder? I wonder if you met my mom, you would be like, oh, I see a lot of similarities between the two of us. Because it's the same thing that you said about your parents. You know how some people like, oh, girls try and marry someone that's like their father, or guys try and marry someone that's like their mother. I wonder you say that my mom is a character and she's a lot like me.
I adore your mom. And I adore you. But you two are so very similar. It actually is crazy.
I wonder if maybe you'll resonate more with my dad or more with my mom. or you'll see any kind of similarities. I mean, at least when you meet them in person,
Yeah.
even though they're like half your size.
That's another problem that we have is in photos, we can only take photos sitting down.
Otherwise, if you take them standing up, like your head will be cut out.
Cut off, yeah.
Just right at the neck.
Like Oscar Proud's brother.
No, you're talking about Wizard Kelly.
Is that his brother?
No, I think he was like his high school rival or something like that.
I just like made it up, I guess.
It all started with the orange basketball.
I love that guy. Actually, I love that show. I'm thinking I might want to start watching it at night.
Well, when we start having kids, we can go for them as Halloween.
That would be great.
True that. Huh?
You'd be a funny Oscar, but you have to be. Oh, it's perfect about Oscar. That is also a similarity to you.
Because he has a failed business and has nasty ass snacks.
He's ashy. Remember when his legs made a fire in the episode?
Nice. Ashy has the gross sisters who apparently they're blue because they're ashy.
Well, you know their
Which is
names, right?
Kind
Nivea, Aveeno. Those are their names. All lotion brands. You never knew this.
I never knew this.
Yeah.
Shout out. Actually, I don't know, maybe we have to
Unpack that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of problematic things that happen in that show. But what I will say is that the show overall was really great. And it was one of the only shows when I was growing up that had representation of a black family that didn't necessarily have only main characters being white.
Yeah.
So it was a show that we watched often in my household. Obviously with the Cosby Show and stuff that was like on reruns or Fresh Prince, but that was a show that was made during that time period. And it was cartoons, so it was cute and appropriate for kids.
Yeah, shout out. The only time I think about the Proud Family is when they did a Proud Family movie and they were like battling the peanuts.
The Peanuts.
Like, dun, 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 dun.
Of course.
yo,
How do you know
my God.
Do you know the choreo for that?
No, I don't
Okay.
even think that they had choreo. They just had like, all I remember is that they were just constantly doing the chicken head. They're just like, yo, I'm telling you.
You should watch that movie.
I'm surprised we didn't watch any Halloween movies.
I tried to get you to watch them. You didn't
What movie
care.
did you try to get me to
I
watch?
just said let's watch Halloween movies. I didn't say what movie to watch.
We should have watched Blade.
No thanks.
Everyone keeps on seeing me and they're like, oh my God, you should go as Blade. I'm like, I might cut you down.
Maybe we can watch this next year.
All right, so got the green card. Talked about Halloween. What else? What else happened last week? Anything special? Should bring up?
I don't think so. That was like, those are the main big exciting moments of our lives. I guess us like figuring out that we'll be going to England soon was also an exciting part of that and trying to get that on the docket. And, I guess this is cool. I keep bringing it up, so you're probably going to laugh, but we did figure out what airline credit card we're going to have. That's also really fun. I think that's exciting.
Yeah. Do you want to sponsor them or something like that?
No, I don't need to be like giving anyone kudos, but yeah. I don't know. I just did it right after you got your green card notification. I was like, oh, perfect. We're going to be moving to this place. And
First, we're going to get a green card. Then we're going to open a line of credit for a new credit card. Credit card.
credit card.
Card.
You like sloths. You say a
I'm
lot
so
of cool
glad.
words.
I'm so glad I put that in the podcast. Now people see how much you make fun out of me when I mess up my words.
I only made fun of you once and then once again now, so it's perfect.
Sad.
So something else interesting happened last week. And I was at work. Blair and I FaceTime on my 30-minute break. And usually I don't have headphones in because, I'm like, keep it PG. I'm at work. My team really does adore you. So they want to, pop
Shout
in,
out to your team.
say hi, yell. And you said something to me like, oh, babe, I have to tell you a story. But I can't really say it out loud. It's kind of bad. It has to do with a stranger. And I'm like...
I didn't say it was kind of bad. I just said maybe NSFW.
No, you didn't say NSFW. You said it's kind of bad. That's exactly what you said. So I was scared thinking, did you roll over a pedestrian? Like, what do you mean it's kind of bad, So I left work. I came home. And then you had a story for me.
Oh, you wanted to tell the story? Well,
yeah, I do want you to tell the story because it's a very interesting story, and then we can go into some commentary about it. But I need you to tell it in a way that is how you told me.
I think you should take the reins on this one.
Okay, so I come home from work and we're talking about other things. What I love about Blair is that he's really grown in his ability to share tea. So when we first were dating, I would say, "Oh, you talked to your friend, X," and he would say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and I would say, "Okay, how are they doing? They're good. Okay, so are they back in this place? I have no idea. Did you talk? What do you mean you talked to them? What did you guys talk about? Oh, we just chatted." But he would never have any tea or details. So eventually, over time, you've done a great job after I've given you feedback and we've coached a bit about what kind of information I'd like to know. I like details. I'm at home. I'm boring. I've got friends over the age of 40. So my life isn't really like that crazy and entertaining. So I rely on Blair and my team at work to really give me tea. So he comes home, talking about some other tea. Then he's like, "Babe, I got to tell you that story about that stranger." I'm like, "Okay, let's talk about it." So he goes into this whole spiel about how he goes to this place across the street from our house and meets up with a friend. As he enters the space, he hears someone yell at him from the bar. The person that's yelling at him is someone that we've met before downstairs at our house, and that he knew from like when he was at a different show at the Venetian. So he recognizes the guy. The guy is chatting him up. He introduces Blair to this friend that recently moved to Vegas. And Blair, being pleasant, is basically like, "Hey, if you guys need anything, I'm over at this show. I can always get you tickets if you should need them. But like, welcome to Vegas." Very nice. They exchange numbers. We move on to the next day. Is this correct?
So far, so good.
Okay. I'm glad that I listened to you, that I can recount things on your behalf.
That's really what I'm saying. You should really just take the reins with story time. You're very succinct and you get straight to the point.
Thanks. So after this happens, again, and I don't know, this is happening weeks ago, right?
Yeah, like about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I don't know any of this. I don't know who he's seen at this place that he went to. I don't know that he's met these people. I don't know that he's, kind of exchanged pleasantries, and I don't really necessarily need to know these things. So I guess these same people reach out, or one of the people that's new to Vegas reaches out to get some tickets for the show. Blair says, "Hey, send the money. Here's the price. When you do that, I'll get tickets for you. Put them at the box office." So that happens. The show occurs. Said person comes to the show with a friend, and said person is a female. Okay, and after the show, basically says to you, did she call you the name then?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so after the show goes, "Hey, great show. Thanks for the tickets. Where are you going after this? Like, where are you heading to?" And Blair's like, "Oh, I'm going home, but, I have some friends that are going over to whatever." Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he comes home, goes to sleep.
Yeah.
How much longer then do you receive this next round of texts?
I think it was like the next following week.
Okay, so there's a little pause, and then a week later, we get a text. He gets a text. I say we because I'm always like, who's texting us? That's kind of what marriage is about. So he gets a text late at night.
Yeah, I think it was
midnight, past
around,
midnight.
Yeah, it's not necessarily scary hours, but definitely industry night hours.
Anytime anyone's texting you past midnight, inappropriate. Okay, I don't care who you are, unless you're my mama, my daddy, or my bald-headed granny. Ain't nobody calling me after midnight. You know about that one?
I didn't know your granny was bald-headed.
No, I don't have one. So this woman says, she says that word, right?
The word. She says, "Amor, where you at tonight?"
She says, "Amor," with like multiple R's and E's. And I'm like, "Amor, okay. You're getting a little cozy up with this Miami chick."
I don't want to have a Maya papaya moment, but maybe that's just in her culture. She calls everybody Mo. This is what I'm thinking.
Sure, and I'm not jealous. So I'm like, you know what, babe, go ahead and get a little razzle-dazzle. So, you don't like that?
Keep going.
So Amor is asking, I'm going to call her Amor for the sake of this in this podcast. So Amor goes, "What are you doing tonight at 12:53 p.m.?" Okay. And I'm asleep on the couch. Blair is holding me. That is the positions that we're in, because that is how I like my night to end. So unbeknownst to me, Amor is texting. Blair is responding back saying,
I think you should go to this club. I hear people are outside. That's how I leave it.
Right.
Where you at tonight? Go to this club because I'm not going anywhere, basically.
Yeah. So I go to sleep. I go to work. Then so we're talking about Thursday night.
Sound good.
Right. I know. This is Thursday night, and then we go into Friday. So Thursday night is Halloween Eve. So now we've gotten to Friday morning. It's Halloween. I'm at work, 7:30 a.m. Now I think you can tell the rest of the story. I've gotten you teed up quite nice.
Yeah, and this story's taken on way longer than I thought.
No, it's perfect.
Okay, all you need to know is that this person,
Amor
is texting me, being like, "Good morning."
You hate that I'm calling it Amor.
I don't like it. This person is texting me, trying to be like, "Good morning, where you at?" This is basically trying to get a conversation going. Now, I don't respond to the text messages because I already feel like this is kind of borderline inappropriate. Why? Because I don't really know you like that. I helped you out with tickets. I'm not necessarily trying to like make you my best friend or anything. And you're a lady. I'm not saying I can't be friends with women or I'm not allowed to have platonic relationships. However, in this instance, if anyone's texting me more often than I'm texting them, I'm already like, I don't really know about this. But they're calling me and they're basically asking me, oh, it's Halloween, so they're trying to figure out where to get costumes and whatnot.
No, this is why I can't give you the story time. So what actually happens is, and I teed you up perfectly. You didn't need to go into that spiel, making it longer than it needs to be. It's Halloween. Amor texts in the morning. Happy Halloween, sunshine. No. Then he doesn't respond. Then Amor attempts to call him twice. He doesn't answer the phone. So that Amor, feeling a bit rejected, Amor sends multiple texts, spam texts. Hi, Amor. Good morning. Just trying to, I want to ask you questions because I know that you're in the industry and there's this costume competition going on over at the Durango. So, and then start sending photos of mannequin busts, bosoms, with bedazzled stuff on them. Okay, so then sends like 3 photos. Blair doesn't respond. So after that, Blair ends up meeting out with his friend. They go to this coffee place, and when he's getting back in his car, this friend, Amor calls again. Would you know, Amor calls more, right?
Not bad.
So then Amor calls and basically is like, oh, Amor, what are you doing? Just like acting like she's sweet. And, I wanted to call and ask you questions with the costumes. Like, you know where I can go? So then you say.
Yeah, I say, okay, first of all, she was like, oh, I thought you weren't responding because you was out late night or, you had a hard night or something like that. I said, yeah, I was cuddled up with my wife on the couch. We had dinner with a friend. I wasn't going out anywhere. And then also I was meeting up with friends this morning. Because you got to drop in that, like, look at you. You feeling, are you feeling angry? Oh, God damn. You got to drop in that, because my girlfriend, because my wife, you got to let them know in a subtle way that, look, I'm not playing any games around here. I'm spoken for. I'm in a marriage. Anywho. So she's like, oh, no, I was just calling because I wanted to find out some costumes and whatnot. So I was like, hey, do you know what? You can go to this place or go to that place. I'm not too sure about costumes, but, if you're doing a Halloween costume competition, I'm sure you'll win number 1. And she's like, okay, I appreciate that. So where you going out tonight? I'm like, I don't know because me and the missus don't be going outside like that. But I can keep you posted. So she's like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. I was like, yeah, sure. I hang up the phone. Now me, I'm already like, this just feels awkward because I'm not saying she's trying to holler at me. I'm not saying she's trying to, I'm not saying she's trying to do any of that.
Then what is she doing?
Probably just making connections. But see, this is the thing. What I won't do, I won't play the fool and be like, oh no, she's just trying to be friends and whatnot. I don't know what you're trying to do. So I will operate in my way as the most respectable most plausible deniability approach as ever to say, hey, you might not be trying to holler at me and you might just be trying to make friends or whatever the case may be, but I cannot take inappropriate action because I'm not interested. Secondly, I'm married. Don't you see the ring? Anyway, so I thought to myself, I gotta tell Kalia this because I'm sure she would absolutely love this.
Yeah, it was very funny. And it brings up a really interesting point, which this could be an unpopular opinion, but I've grown to notice this also as someone who is, I don't want to even say hit on, but is constantly being like looked at, right? Is they don't care if you're married. They don't care if you have a girlfriend. They don't care if you're engaged. They don't care. It does not matter to them whatsoever. And Amor didn't care. The guy yesterday at my job who approached me didn't care, saying he was going to come find me later. I'm like, there's no finding anyone. The only person who finds me later is my husband at my house. But it doesn't matter if you say that you're married. They don't care.
Yeah, but what? So, which leads me to the question: can you make new friends being in a marriage, or
No, the question that you want to ask is, can men and women have friends of the opposite gender
whilst being in?
whilst being married?
I literally thought that was the same question. I'm so sorry if I rephrased that wrong. But can they? Do you believe so?
My answer to this question, because we always chat about topics and content before we get into the podcast, is, and I wish that we actually wouldn't, because then when I say things that are funny, it will capture your true reaction to what I say on camera. But I said the only way you can have friends of the opposite gender when you're married or in a committed relationship is if those friends don't live in the same state as you.
Do you know what? I forgot that you said that.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Hot take.
So you can only have pen pals. Those are the only friends you can have.
Yeah, and it's really just because proximity. We know that proximity breeds closeness.
I mean, yeah, sure. That's kind of in the name.
Okay, so, but physical closeness or emotional closeness or emotional attraction. The more that you're around somebody, the more you're going to find different aspects of who they are to become attractive, even if they're not attractive. This is just like human psychology.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So when you have a heterosexual friendship, someone at some point will always have feelings for the other, if not mutual. So if you want to have friends...
Always?
Yes.
100% of the time.
Over the course of the friendship, at some point during that friendship, there will be feelings from either one person or the other or mutual.
You believe that wholeheartedly?
Correct. Yes.
I've never heard you talk in absolutes like this, baby. This is new for me.
In heterosexual friendships. I can't speak on anything different.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I
see your toes going.
Yeah, the only reason why I say I don't agree is because some would say I might be chronically online, but I can already see people saying something to the effect of, I think those people who can't be in friendships aren't truly being adults, or something to the effect of, I don't want to say like man hating shit, but they're going to put it on the men of like, you should be it's usually the men that are like break the boundaries or something like that. And I personally remember I used to be in my red pill days. Okay. So I've seen many a podcast where it'd be like, men and women can't be friends. They can only be friendly. And then they do that test where they put the phone out and they're saying, okay, call up your best friend right now, and trying to coax them into exploring a relationship, and they will always allow it. Me personally, if any of my lady friends try to like push the boundaries, I'll probably push them off the cliff because I'm like, look, I am not in that space.
Okay, but my question to you is, what lady friends do you have who are not married?
This is probably a red flag, but I can say, can I use work friends? Can I use work friends?
Are they your friends or are they your acquaintances?
Well, I think everyone has different varying degrees of what friendship means.
Okay, so you have work friends.
I have work friends. I have
Okay, I'll give
model
you
friends.
an example.
Sure.
You ready? Also, my
Put the toes on me, shawty.
yeah. Well, because my ankles are burning. So you have a friend who you used to be in a show with not too long ago.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do see where you're going with this.
So, if given an opportunity, if you could hang out with this friend more frequently, do you believe that they would respect the fact that you're married? Or do you believe that if given an opportunity, if given liquid courage, if given a dark night in a club, a parking lot setting, they wouldn't
Music's bumping.
right.
Proximity.
Close bodies in a club, sweating.
Hands to hands, chest to face, and now you're face to face.
Yes. Good.
I think that they would.
Yeah. Okay.
I could be wrong.
I would agree with you, and I'm glad that you're not playing games. So, go on.
So I'm saying I think they would respect the marriage.
Oh, no.
But I could be wrong. And also at the same time, when liquor's involved, there ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
Right. So my point being is you believe that your friends that are females would respect the marriage that we have. Not because you would stop them, but that if given a chance to make a move, they wouldn't.
Well, see, this is the weird thing. I think people more often respect marriages. They respect the what's it called? They respect the sanctimonium. What is it called? They respect the union.
What are we in church?
I don't know.
You believe this?
My friends? I don't think any of my friends would want to hook up with me. I could be wrong.
I hate you so much. You think that because you position yourself in a bubble where you make yourself believe that. You tell yourself things in order to believe that mentality. But if I stripped it all down, you don't believe that. Because you know you're attractive. You told me that just a couple days ago.
Okay, so now we're like snowballing into my goldfish theory.
Okay, which is
when I think contextually, like, sure, we are social creatures, but also we are sexual beings also. This might be the most mansplaining theory ever, and I'm well aware of that. But let me work through it. Work through it with me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Work through this with me.
I'm ready.
So, like I said, when I go out, I'm not trying to like hook up with anybody. I'm just purely trying to be outside and be sociable. But also at the same time, I can tell whenever I go outside and, there's ladies around and a conversation might strike up, I start to get the eye. And the eye is like, this guy's attractive.
The eye like this.
Right. I get it. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I get it. Look at the energy.
We're honored.
The energy can be very attractive just because I come with the energy of like, I'm not trying to get anything from you. I'm just trying to have a good time. And more often than not, when people go out, they always have this energy of like, I'm trying to take something from you, or I'm trying to get you lick it up so I can like, get something in return. And I don't go outside with that kind of energy. So typically it might be very attractive to some women. Now, I could be wrong. I could be misreading signs. I think maybe they could be attracted to me only because it's dark inside. Who knows? But all I'm saying is this. When I go outside and I start talking to people and I realize like they start giving me the eye, they might be like, oh yeah, I'm from California. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, my wife is from California also. And then they go, oh. And then they just turn in and walk around. I'm like, and I feel, is this what women sometimes go through? You know what I'm talking about? When you might go with your two lady friends and you just want to dress up, have a good time, listen to good music. A guy come over like, hey, what's good, shawty? And then, the girl would be like, sorry, I'm not really interested. I'm just hanging out with my friends. And it'd be like, why the fuck you come out to the club then shaking ass? And I'm like, damn, have I become that girl when I go outside? I'm just teasing.
You are that girl.
I'm that bitch.
That's the thumbnail right there. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah. I mean, you are very attractive. Blair also hates when I start giving him compliments, so watch him squirm. You are very attractive. You're so charismatic. You are a great conversationalist. You're funny. You know how to keep people engaged. You dress well. You present well.
Okay, we can stop.
Some more? You want some more?
No, I'm
You have
okay.
nice nail beds.
I don't think any of that matters. I think,
It
and
does,
this is
though.
what some people say. Ladies, I don't mean to come at you sideways. I'm just repeating what I've heard. But I've heard that women want things that they can't have. And so maybe because I have the energy of I don't want you or you can't have me, that's what makes them attracted. Maybe.
I don't know, though, because until you say you're married, they're all in. So I think that part of this is you're not giving yourself enough credit for just being attractive and being able to hold a conversation. I will say I haven't been in the dating game for a while, but when I was, a lot of people, a lot of men that I was interacting with couldn't hold a conversation, didn't have worldly knowledge, weren't engaging. So therefore, it was just kind of like, what am I doing here? Like, this is boring. So I think compared to the majority, especially out in Vegas, where the dating pool, and I'm saying this as someone who has friends who date, is not looking great, I think you stand out more than others.
I mean, I don't think that's the truth. And, we don't have to go back and forth about it. I just think that it's all about context. And I think that when you go outside to any club or lounge, the understood context is there's a possible dating situation.
Yeah.
So everyone is technically on the market until they're
On the
not.
prowl.
On the prowl, exactly. And I really don't think it's because of me. I think it's just because of the context. So it's like, can I not go outside anymore? Am I supposed to just stay my ass inside?
I think you just go outside, but you don't need to mention that you have a wife.
No. No. Even that sounded wild coming out of your mouth. I don't think you really believe that.
If you decide that you didn't want to tell people that you were married, but you still wore your ring, I definitely wouldn't care.
I don't
Because
know.
it doesn't come up in conversation, I don't think. Unless someone's like, hey, can I get your number so we can go on a date? Then obviously you need to be like, hey, actually, I'm actually in a marriage. But
doesn't that seem duplicitous? So shouldn't you just be upfront?
how about you just
it?
look at the fucking hand that has a goddamn ring? Like, that's what I don't. It's duplicitous to act like you don't see a ring.
Yeah, but also we need to be well aware that sometimes, okay, so we've established sometimes people don't care on both sides. Sometimes they be married men out here trying to get a little something on the side. I'm not one of those guys. So that's
if you
why.
were, we can talk about it.
What?
Open marriage. Since everyone at your job thinks we're in an open marriage, it's fine. We can go off of it.
No.
No.
No. Anyway, so that's my goldfish theory. Also in the comments, can married people still go outside?
I go outside with you all the time.
No. You know what I mean. Anywho, so there's that.
Thanks for letting me tell the story about Amor. I really appreciate that.
So sad. Mind you, I just want to preface, I don't think that person was trying to get at me in any kind of way. I think they just have a different style.
I think that every woman who listens to this podcast would say something different. So,
we can see in the comments.
Yeah, I'll ask my friends also.
Do you think she was trying to hook up with me? Trying to see what I'm about?
Why else would she try to figure out where you're at in the middle of the night?
Just for good conversation or just to hang out.
We're going to have conversations at 12:53 p.m.? a.m.? No.
I could be a good time without trying to be sexual. As I said, I can be a conversationalist. I can be good energy. If you try and be like, oh, maybe we should go somewhere quiet. I'm like, okay, yeah, but no, it's not
She's going to pull you into the bathroom, rip off your pants.
Chill. Please.
All right, we have time for one social media.
We have time for two because we are going to cut out
the
first 10 minutes. So I think we should go into some TikTok comments, some TikTok topics, social media discussions. What do you think?
Sure.
Let's get into some social media topics. So I saw someone online and they posed a question. They said, Black man, I have a question. Typically when I go out to these community events, typically I see it's like 70% women, 30% men. Black men, why don't you go out to these social events? And a lot of people have different theories. Do you have any theories why?
Well, I'm not a black man, so I don't know.
But why would you think black men wouldn't go out to some of these community events where it's like mixers or like get to know your neighbors kind of things?
Because I think it's lame.
Okay, what's lame about it? Oh, so you think it's what the dynamic is as far as what they're going there for?
Yeah. I don't know how to answer this question. I don't think that I don't have a lot of black male friends that would go to social events or black male friends in general.
Okay.
So I don't know that I can answer this question. The black male friends that I know are by proxy of you, and I can speak for your friends that they would never go to a pickleball meetup because they don't even know what that is.
I mean, one would argue that it doesn't matter about what you're doing. It's just about being in community and just meeting people.
Right, but if you're already feeling social angst about going out to like meet women or meet new friends, and then you also don't know what the activity is, that's just a triple whammy.
I feel you. I think guys don't go out to female events. I just told myself, it's not a Freudian slip. I was prefacing it. Mm-hmm. Guys don't go out to events because it's typically catered towards women. Let's just be honest about it.
What does that mean? Like, what does it mean to be catered towards women?
So, for example, if a woman is like, hey, I'm putting on a hiking group thing. If you see a woman starting it, and that doesn't mean men aren't invited. If a woman sets something up, typically a lot of women will want to support it. So an overwhelming majority of women will come through.
But wouldn't that be the perfect opportunity for men to go? Because then there would be more women than men, so they would have more options to pick from.
Pick from to do what?
Be in friendships with that might turn into dating.
There we go.
But that's the point of social
groups. You don't
groups.
want to...
Run clubs are the new way of dating.
So let me get this straight. It's a farce.
What?
You think these people are setting up social events under the guise of being able to do what, like singles mixers?
If they're not marketed as like women only or women centered, then yes. I do think that it turns into like a social club that is meant for connection. Connection breeds closeness. Closeness breeds romantic relationships.
So it's a farce. And I think that's
Not
why...
all.
Okay, I'm under the impression that men feel as though these are for like just platonic environments, and as a man that can be attracted to women, I don't want to come off creepy or trying to be like hollering. Because let's be honest, in this world, you gotta know how to navigate. Dudes be kind of scary to women. It is what it is. Some of them be scaring the huzz.
Sure.
So I don't think guys want to put themselves in a situation to possibly poison the well.
I think some, sure. I don't think you can say that for all.
Sure. And that's why a certain amount of them go out there. Mm-hmm. Because they're like, oh no, we can just have fun. But if you're saying that it's really a farce, or it's a they changed the veneer to be more of a singles mixer, fellas, they're letting you know, pull up, because they trying to get their cheese clapped.
Okay, I did not say that. I did not say that part. But yeah, I do think, because remember when one of your friends had just moved here or had moved back, and they're looking to like get in the dating scene, and like, okay, we need to go to Pilates, we need to go to run clubs, because they understand. They understand.
I didn't realize this. See, ladies, you're smart. You're smart with how you do it.
We're so smart. That's why we need to run the world.
Matriarchy.
Okay.
No, I didn't realize that.
But the comment did you read the comment section?
I read a little bit. I heard some guys being like, it's because we work and we ain't got time to do shit like that. And there may be some validity to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was just like, okay. You don't work every day of the week, every 24/7.
Sure, but even with like our place that we stay at, when they're like, do you think it's Do you think that's the reason why they have community events? Is to kind of get people to pair up?
I think that's really what people are looking for. Community, obviously, you want to be able to find friends of the same sex or friends of different sexes, but ultimately, like, if you meet someone out at an event and okay, when you approach someone, I think there has to be some sort of like magnetic pull that's bringing you to that person, whether it's what they've said, how they're presenting, what they look like, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So automatically, there's a level of attraction that's happening to even get you. You don't just go meet someone and not feel some sort of attraction, same sex or not.
Mm.
This girl's really pretty. She seems really nice. She seems outgoing and kind. Let me go talk to her. Maybe she'll be a good friend for me. I'm a girl.
Mm.
Or I'm single. I'm at this event. Oh, that guy's kind of cute with his friends. Maybe I can go over there and say hi to him, just like spark conversation. There's some level of attraction that you have before you enter in like a new scenario with somebody.
Mm. It sounds kind of red pill to say, but ladies, stop kidding yourselves. We all are attracted to each other. And as much as you want to try and be like, oh no, we're looking for friends, no. You're looking to get chose up on. Or you're trying to be around attractive people and then find a new friend group. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's just not lie to each other. But also we can't be direct and be like, oh, you just trying to find someone. Can't pose it like that. Interesting.
Yeah.
We could be absolutely wrong. People argue us down.
I would love to engage in conversation around what people think about this. That's just my opinion. It's not right or wrong.
Well, I'm going to post it online and see what people are saying. We'll see. Okay, what's the next topic? Oh, the next topic was...
The Vogue,
yes.
What's it called?
So there's another thing that's going around. There's another article that's going around. And I think the title is something along the lines of, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
So, one thing that's important to know about me is I don't like taking one TikTok of someone that I don't necessarily know. So, for example, if someone's speaking on something as a expert or figurehead on a topic and I don't know them, I like to go look at other posts that they've had.
Sure.
Because I don't know what's their credibility, what's their stance. They could have changed it from yesterday to today. I have no idea.
Sure.
The woman who wrote the article and then subsequently was talking about this article online and responding to people's questions or comments is a single woman.
Do we know this for a fact?
Based on the TikTok that we watched after the fact in bed, she said, we, meaning single women, when she was addressing someone being like, are you single?
Sure.
She was saying us, we, meaning that means she's single.
Okay.
She gave a politician answer. She didn't say, I am single, but she did allude to being single.
Okay.
So essentially her theory or argument is, in today's day and age, people who have boyfriends find it embarrassing to have boyfriends, and therefore anybody who posts their boyfriend, so say for example, I have my own brand, like as a girl who's a fashion girly who like goes out and tries coffee shops or whatever and has like a lifestyle account. If I suddenly get partnered and I have a boyfriend and I'm posting my boyfriend in addition to or more than the content I used to post, it's embarrassing. And then there's like this overwhelming collective ideology that it's embarrassing to be the girl that has a boyfriend, right?
Sure. But why though? What is the embarrassing part about it?
I believe the idea is that no longer do we live in a society where having a boyfriend or having a husband means something. We've, in this new age of feminism or anti-patriarchy, women have, and I'm just saying this based off of what I interpret the article and the TikToks to mean. Women have identified that men no longer provide anything to them that they haven't already or they can't provide for themselves. So before, like, women couldn't work or they couldn't vote or they didn't have a say-so in a lot of things, we relied on men and marriage to support us because we couldn't provide for ourselves.
Sure.
Now that we can, and now that we do, what do men really provide to us? So if you think about it from that perspective, when you start showing off your boyfriend, it's kind of like, what are you really showing him off for? Mm-hmm. Is it because you need it's because you want the validation from a man that says you're worthy of love?
Right.
And they're saying that that's embarrassing, to be that girl who posts her boyfriend and coming from a place of, I need like, this is for validation, or look at me, I'm worth something since I have a boyfriend now.
Do you feel that way? Are you embarrassed of me? Well, you don't even really be. Well, you post me sometimes on your social media.
Okay, number one, you're not my boyfriend. You're my husband. Number two, we post each other equally. If not, I post you more.
Okay.
And lastly, I don't care. Like, I don't live my life and do the things I do under this microscope of like, oh God, if I post this thing about Blair, I'm going to be embarrassing. I don't live my life for you. You, I do. Not you. So I'll post my husband. I'll kiss my husband. I'll be up on you. Like, I don't care about any of that. I think that everyone has an opinion, and social media amplifies everyone's ability to have an opinion about things that they feel, which is totally fine. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, who cares if next girl posts her boyfriend or doesn't? Because there was a long time we didn't follow each other on social media.
Yeah.
We didn't follow each other on social media until we were married.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very true.
We also didn't post one another for a very long time.
Was there any reason why you can attest to why you didn't post me?
Well, you weren't, so I'm not going to.
So it's based off of me.
Not
Did you ever ask me why I never posted you like that?
No, I don't think so. Did I?
I don't think so. I don't think you outwardly asked me. Maybe I just offered up the information.
Why didn't you post me?
Because it's no one's business.
Actually, we did talk about it.
Did we? What did we say?
When people used to ask, like, oh, why don't you guys follow each other on social media? Our response was kind of like, well, we don't need next man, next girl trying to find you on social media, slide in the DMs, and, like, be on some sneaky behavior.
Because they be on that stage.
Because you had some friends, because you did have some friends who were interested.
In you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, who wouldn't be?
So it's kind of like, we don't need to be,
But if they want to find you, they can find you. I mean, it's
really.
very hard to find you.
It's hard to find me, yeah.
But even still, I just recognize that, first of all, I wasn't living my life on social media anyway. There's like a lack of validation that I ever needed from anybody else. It's part of the reason why I don't even post on social media like that as to begin with. But if we can go back to when we were dating and we were boyfriend and girlfriend, I was never embarrassed of you. I will say I did find it embarrassing when people are being in relationships and they're posting about their boyfriend or their girlfriend 24/7, and then when they're not together, they remove all their posts. I'm like, I understand why you would remove it, but also at the same time, it's just not a good look.
When I dated my ex and I found out that he was cheating on me, I archived all of our photos on Instagram.
Oh, so you still have them?
No, they're gone now. But what I'm saying, when I first found out, like in the moments after finding out, I archived them all. So when he called me, he was really mad that I deleted them. I'm like, well, I didn't delete them. They're archived because I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me what behavior you're on.
Sure. I think for me, I just felt as though...
You were ashamed of me?
No, what? First and foremost, I didn't...
I'm just kidding.
I just didn't... Okay, it's just whatever. Like, I don't care about you.
But also, you did post a previous girlfriend.
I did.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from that. I felt like she needed me to validate her more so than I needed to validate her on social media. Right.
So you essentially were posting her because you felt like, because she either was telling you that you should or that she made you feel like you needed to.
With all due respect to her, I'm not going to say she made me
Well, no one can make you do anything as an adult. But what I'm saying is,
I felt like it was necessary.
yeah.
Yes. Because if we're looking at other people in relationships, that's what people do. So I was just not necessarily going along with what people do, but I felt like I had to do the same. Mm-hmm. It's making like damn near worship posts every now and again.
Really?
I mean, I have a video that's archived.
Oh, did I see this that you made for her? I think I might have seen it before, like one of your hard drives. You showed me part of it. I mean, I didn't find it on my own. You showed me part of it.
It's not a good look, and I wouldn't show you that anyway. But going back to what I'm saying now is after that dynamic, that relationship, I thought to myself, I don't have to put that on display to validate anybody. Mm-hmm. I don't need to validate myself, and I don't need to validate my missus in that kind of way.
Yeah.
So much to the point that I said, hey, if we're not posting each other on Instagram and we're not even following each other, are we still good?
Was you ask me?
No, that's what I recognize in being in a relationship with you. You never needed to post me. I never needed to post you. So what's the point of doing it?
Yeah. Well, and I also came from a very similar previous relationship to you, where it was like, when you need to post me on Snapchat, you need to post me on Instagram. Why didn't you do this? I'm like, so then I did feel like I needed to do it in order to validate the relationship or to prove that I was loyal. And I realize now that was like a insecurity on his end that I was essentially playing into, that then like screwed me over in the end. But yeah, it was never, I didn't not post you because I felt embarrassed of you. I actually was so excited about you, and I felt an immense amount of joy and, I don't want to say achievement because I didn't get you, but like I felt proud that I was with you. So the people that were closest to me got to see photos or got to hear stories, which I feel like was enough for me.
You remember the first time I kind of soft launched you?
No, when was it? Actually, I was going to ask you.
It was after we got back from San
Diego.
Yeah.
Where did you post?
I posted a video of, I think we were like going into the field and picking strawberries, and then like at the end of the video, you could hear you laughing in the background.
Oh yes.
I was like, I gotta let people know, low-key.
Then you sent me a card with the picture inside of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I did do that. That's some cute
have
shit.
It. Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, but there's back to that woman that made that article. She says something about men. I'm not saying all men are trash and they have nothing to provide, being in relationships.
But that kind of was the air of the conversation, which I find problem with.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting conversation to look at. If men are no longer the sole providers of your status or money, livelihood, those kind of things, what benefit do men provide that you could be proud of? And then if you say companionship and being loved and seen and all that kind of stuff, and then you have someone that comes on the internet and is like, oh, that's nothing, you can love yourself. It's like, what's the point of posting about it then, if it's more so for you to debunk my experience? Well,
and I think, listen, people are going to have their own opinions about being coupled or being single, and I think about, I love, and you know, who am I going to say I love who's single?
I don't know.
They're famous.
Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross.
I love Tracy Ellis Ross. Love me some Tracy. And she's single. She's very much single, and she's very much been single. Obviously, she's dated people in the past, and she's in her 50s. I think she just turned 53, and she's single. And I can listen to Tracy Ellis Ross's experience being a single woman and choosing to stay single until she finds exactly what she's looking for without judging her for being single and not having children or not being married or doing those things. And I can look at myself and say, I got married at 27 and I was engaged at 27 and I've been with you since I was 25. And I would have liked to have met you when I was 18 and gotten married to you then if I could have.
Oh, sweetheart.
You know?
Yeah.
But either way you cut it, whether you are 53 and single, 35 and single, 25 and single, or all those ages and married and with kids, I don't think that whether you choose to post your significant other or choose to post single women unite posts. I don't think that either one of those things is wrong, as long as whatever you're doing resonates with who you are inside.
Yeah. Eloquently said. I think it still goes back to, and this is the last I'm going to say on this, is as we navigate as a society and we're building on top of the things of the past, i.e. these the patriarchy and how certain things are set up, and it's allowing people to show up in different ways and to elevate themselves. I think there's a great opportunity for men to show how they can show up in a relationship. But then it's also a double-edged sword. If I'm not saying this is the sole reason of feminism, but if women are progressing in certain ways, you can't then be progressive for women, but then still hold men in a patriarchal way of like, oh, if you don't show up in the same old way, like we're allowed to progress, you're not allowed, and the only way that you're allowed to show up is in the same way that you've always shown up, but it has to be in a higher term. I'm like, that's a double-edged sword. That's a non-starter. That doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that men are going to start being like women how it used to be back in the day, talking about we're staying at home and we're raising kids and whatnot. I feel like us as human beings, we should just be seen as who we are, human, without the outside influences of how we're supposed to show up in the world. Do you like me? I like you. I accept you. Accept me. You respect me. You respect, like, reciprocity, and we can get on like a house on fire. Good. That's all that it needs to be.
Yeah.
But I think that some people, not all, but some people are still trying to live in the element of, I want to be a chauvinist, and I want to provide for my woman. I want to be able to do this, that, and the third. Cool. If you want to do that, great. Happy for you. You want to find someone that wants that for you? Sure, do that. Mm-hmm. As a woman, if you're progressing in life and you're like, oh, I'm highly educated, I'm making up my own money, I want men to show up in a different way. I'm like, sure, whatever you want. Find someone that works for you in that kind of way, but don't try and shit on other people because they're not showing up in a way that you want them to. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
You don't need a megaphone to be like, I don't like these about these people. Find someone that works for you in that way and then highlight them. That's fine. But when you start shouting from the rooftops about things that you don't like, I'm like, you just sound crazy.
Not the C word. Okay. And on that note, my British brother.
Oh, wait, that's the end of the episode, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we were splitting. I was really trying to like ham it up, but I think we took some very serious detours, and then I'm like fumbling over my words. But
I think you did a wonderful job.
It's because you had these toes next to me. I got sidetracked. I got a thing for your feet.
Don't know what that means, but also I'm gone next week.
Dang.
So do we take a bit of a pause?
Just a brief pause.
Yeah, so we won't be back next week. Well, I guess, when you're listening to this next week. But we'll be back with 2 weeks worth of stuff to go over. So it'll be a jam-packed episode.
Nice.
And I didn't say it in the very beginning of the episode, but Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas season. Yeah. It's November.
I love it when retail stores are like, okay, we got one holiday down. Now we got to get 2 months in preparation for the next one.
Let's be real. Costco already had holiday decor out in August.
Oh, dang. Well, I mean,
so
you always can get a deal.
I'm saying this in November. Next time we're recording, we're going to have the tree up.
Yeah, we're going to change up the vibes. I might even, here comes
it. I've been singing Christmas carols the last multiple days. Blair's probably like, shut up. But anyway, I love Christmas and I'm excited. We're going to have a snowy December going to Chicago. So, oh my God, maybe we can record in Chicago.
I'll be down for that. I can bring some things.
Yeah, we can hold the microphone, so we don't need to have them on stands. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
Jinx. Okay, cool. Sweetheart, sign us off.
Thanks for tuning back in to episode number 3 of Open Marriage Podcast, where we do not have an open marriage, but we have opened up our marriage for conversation, for deep diving, for controversy, as my husband would say. We're so thankful for you all for showing up and being here. And to our new listeners, mostly friends from Blair's show, welcome to our podcast. We see you. We're excited that you're here. Tell your friends, your granny, your uncle, your mama, and your daddy. And we'll be back in a couple weeks with some more tea.
Sounds good. Appreciate you. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell notification, share to your friends. Just don't even share the link. Just be like, hey, you ever heard of this Open Marriage podcast? They be talking about some real things, man.
Okay. I love you.
I love you, sweetheart. I kiss your toe this time.
Okay. Thank you. Did not like that. All right.
All right. Peace.
You know how last time I said see you next week?
I love that.